Hello! This is Thorandus Gaming. In fact, I am doing a KCTECH video. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. Oh, sorry for the lag. I've got quite a lot of stuff running on my computer. It would be a lot quicker. In fact, just for smoothness, I'll turn down that to fast. Should help a bit. Not much. Okay then. Sorry about this. I didn't realise it would be that bad. I should really close down Steam and... Oh, I am running on a server though, so it's running a server, Audacity, Fraps and Minecraft and Steam. So it's doing quite well, to be honest. Anyway, here I am. Now this is an example of why Notch needs to work on maybe a lifts item. Just something so you can get up and down, maybe like your mine shaft or whatever. Because right now, using pistons, it is incredibly hard. Also, the piston mechanics are very limited. To do something where you have to do something ridiculous, like if a piston is active, the piston that it was stuck to cannot bring it back down. It has to be deactivated before another piston can bring it back down. So that's like, I'll do it quickly. Yeah, I'm using mods because, to be honest, I was trying to figure out the mechanics and I couldn't bother to find all the materials, so that makes sense. Say I wanted, okay, and then that to go up as well. But if I do this, that stays up in the air. So first you have to do that, then that, which is kind of annoying, which means it's very limited to what you can do unless you create some really technical redstone wizardry, as I've done here. It's an example of actually, and well, you can see for yourself. So you come up here, the bottom of your base, all that, and come to the lift. Obviously this will be covered up more, kind of just did a little bit. So press this button. Free block lift. And it goes all the way back down. And let me just show you how actually complicated this is. Okay, you ready? Hits. I don't know if you see that, but that's basically a whole load of redstone. Yep. And all for a 3-block lift. That is just crazy, isn't it? So this is why you Notch definitely needs to add a lift item to the game. It would make things 10 times easier, or at least change the mechanics of pistons. So like these sticky bits, so when they're stuck to something else, it'll pull the entire object and anything attached to it, even if it's an entity, which obviously would be very hard to do. But at the moment, to do a lift with pistons, it's really not worth it, because you can imagine like copy and pasting this up however many times, just full of redstone tower, and then obviously cover it up like here, so it's just a big huge tower going up just for a lift. Obviously when you make this though, you'd actually dig this underground, so this bit here, that would be level to the ground. That's why I've got 3 sets here, because I actually started building it on the ground. I didn't go underneath because I was just trying to test it out first. But of course a lot of it would be underground at the start, so then when you press the button, you won't actually have to climb up any steps. When you press the button, you'll be on the ground. This will be the ground. You press it, then it sends you up to where you want to go. I don't think I'll be able to actually explain how it works. Okay, basically though, I'll do the basics. Oh, flipping heck. See this here? That comes with the button. The button's in there, but on the other side of that block there. comes here, goes down there, and that goes to the first piston. It then also, at the same time, oh dear, I'm trapped, also goes underneath all that, here, back to the second piston, and at the same time of that, this one gets sent here to the third piston. So basically it activates all three pistons one after the other, so they're in time. That's the first sequence, and then it'll all be up. The second bit is these bits here. Basically you have to, because you have to do it, so they all go up in that order, so first piston, second piston, third piston, but then when they go back down it has to be third piston, second piston, first piston. So it has to be in reverse. However, normally it would just go up first piston, second piston, third piston again. So basically you have to do a secondary one that leads off, which is this one here, and these lead off to a second like timer, which will activate for each one. Let's see if I press a button so you can see what I mean. So that sends them up, that finishes, that finishes, that finishes. So basically it's just a delay in what happens. So that sends a circuit round while everything's still turning off. It then, as the power just gets to it and finishes, that then goes off. And because I've got those less resistors and at different time things on here, then that one goes afterwards, and then that one finally. However, due to not being able to, one second, get rid of the daylight. Get daylight. However, because sticky pistons can't pull down an active piston, normally that one would stay there, because if I press this now, you notice it stays there for a second and then goes back down. It would stay there if it wasn't for this thing here, which is basically a gigantic huge delay, which sends the same power that you pressed on the button, but because it takes ages to come through this, by the time all of them are back down again, it then sends the final signal to that piston to activate it for a second and pull that one piston back down. That's the basics of how it all works. I don't think you could squeeze it down anymore. You could probably like squeeze this down a bit, but otherwise it's going to be a big huge waste of space. But you could use it to like get up to your tower basically in your base, and it's not creeper friendly. No, if a creeper spawns, you're doomed. Well, there we go. It's just a little example of what you can do with pistons in some ridiculous redstone circuits that you'll probably never ever use. And I bet it's just an example of how really there needs to be a lift type of item in the game, or an improvement on the redstone and piston mechanics, so then you don't need all these complicated things, and you could just, it would pull down an active piston. It would make lifts 10 times easier. Hello sheep, one second. Go down the, that's right. So yeah, this is it. This is the lift. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understood it. I don't think I can explain it any better, really. I've got it recorded, so if you want to pause and have a look at it, see how it works. I hope I explained it well enough, and there you go.